So good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is a very important fundraiser event that B.CLIP, or the Bangalore Political Action Committee, has put up. Perhaps I should share with you that B.CLIP is now about 10 months old. And I would say that in these 10 months, B.CLIP has actually become a very visible force, interestingly, around the country. Everywhere I go, I hear people asking me, tell us more about B.CLIP. So let me tell you how B.CLIP was started. B.CLIP was actually started by a very motley group of very concerned citizens at the declining state of Bangalore city. I think all of us have been victims of this decline. We have all complained about how there is such visible decline in terms of our infrastructure, of civic amenities and what have you. But I think many of us got together and said, no, we can't just keep complaining. We can't keep just criticizing the government. I think it's about time that the citizen apathy and the citizen disengagement has to stop. And it was with that objective of re-engaging citizens with the political system that we started the Bangalore Political Action Committee. This is a non-partisan organization whose single objective and mission is about delivering better governance for all citizens, starting with Bangalore. So Bangalore is the focus because we believe that as a group of citizens, we have a deep vested interest in Bangalore, and that's what we want to start with, and that's what we want to change. I think we all know that Bangalore has grown enormously in a very unplanned, ad hoc way because we didn't quite expect and manage the growth that we have seen over the last decade or so. And those of us who are so keen on bringing about some change in the way the city is governed and managed and administered felt that it was time for us to prevent and stop this disengagement of citizens, and it was time for citizens to roll up their sleeves and start understanding how the government works and how the government administers the city and the state of Karnataka. Now, one of the things that we realized very early on was that because of citizen apathy, because of the disengaged citizenry, the whole political system was basically then hijacked into a very different level of misgovernance. And I think we as citizens are to blame for that. Because if you don't engage with the political system, and if you allow them to basically do what they want without questioning them or holding them accountable, I think you are going to face the kind of crisis we are facing. So with that in mind, we decided that we were going to make a difference. We started B.CLIP in February this year, and I think we've achieved a lot. In the early phases of the few months after we started, we went on a strong voter registration drive, and I think that was very successful. We partnered with Ritz organization, and I think that actually resulted in us increasing the number of registrations by almost 1.7 million registrations. In addition to that, I think we also went on a huge vote smarty drive, and I think that saw Bangalore's voting population increase from 43% to almost 57%. Now, I think it's extremely important for us as a city, us as citizens, to exercise our franchise. Because if we don't feel so as engaged as we should with our city and with the political voting franchise that we have the right to. I don't think you can expect change and nor can you criticize or, are forced to be cynical about change. Thereafter, we embarked on a number of programs, a number of initiatives, and we all felt that one of the most important aspects of governance starts at the ward level. And we realized that the corporators at the ward level, many of them or most of them, in fact, needed to be educated and trained about what governance is. And we realized that if we want better corporators, we need to invest in them. And it was with this in mind that we started the Bangalore Civic Leadership, the B.CLIP Civic Leadership Incubator Program, or B.CLIP. Now, B.CLIP is a very innovative, pioneering program that aims to develop civic leadership amongst existing, want-to-be corporators across party lines. And we believe that by investing in these people, we can actually get better governance. And even if all of them don't contest for the corporator elections or the council elections, they can make good civic leaders and do good for the society. So B.CLIP is a very important program. We actually launched it on the 6th of December. And it's a very expensive program. We have actually partnered with the Takshila Foundation. And of course, it involves a large number of lectures from eminent experts in the field of administration and governance. And we have a very well put together comprehensive curriculum by the Takshila Foundation. It is a 6-month program which includes a project within this curriculum where each candidate will actually undertake a program or a project to actually deliver something at a ward level. It could be solid waste management, it could be, roads, improving the roads, it could be about creating the safest ward in the city, whatever you feel like. But this is where we will then mentor and assist and help these people to do something at a ward level, give them the confidence with which to engage with the political system and the administrative system. And the end objective is that this city will then have better governance. Now, in order to do that, we need funds. There are a few of us who have contributed funds for this very important program, which all citizens will benefit from. And I'm really grateful that all of you have come here today for this fundraiser, because I think every one of us has to, contribute and participate in any way possible to improve our city. We have many, many exciting programs. One of them is about making Kabul Park the most vibrant and important urban public space in Bangalore city. And we are actually doing this in a very, very systematic way. We are working very closely with the government to make this happen. As you know, a group of us have also worked with the government to make sure that Tender Shore Road sees the light of day, and I'm very pleased to say that the tender has been awarded to NAPC and the work will start very soon. So I think we can look forward to better roads as well. But I think for all of this to happen, unless there is strong civic engagement, there is strong citizen engagement, and there is a good connect between the government and the citizens, we are not going to see change. You know that this country needs change in a big way. We are seeing big change happen in various ways. We're going to be discussing a lot of that in some of these panel discussions. But suffice to say that B.CLIP is about change, is about better governance. And thank you all for being here, and I really look forward to seeing more and more engagement and participation on all these initiatives that B.CLIP is undertaking. Thank you.